y'all doing today? It's your girl Crochet, and I'm back with another freaking video. First things first, we need you to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more videos from your girl. Sorry, I'm talking to my son. He keeps running back and forth because he's about to get in the tub, and sometimes I have to have him be in the tub in the room so I could watch him, because he'll tell me he get in some water and he don't get in no water. So just saying. But this video is about the main question. For some reason, I feel like, I don't know why everybody asks this like right after you have a kid. Every time somebody's like, oh, that baby is so cute, you plan on having it anymore? And it's just like, dang, like, can I heal? I still got stitches down there. Like, come on, give me a second. Let's get into that question. So I have 2 kids. If you don't know already, I officially have 2 kids. Oh my gosh. And I say that because I had a lot of complications after I had my son. So I had Aiden 7 years ago. He is 7 years old. So my kids are pretty spaced out, pretty gapped. And yeah, I didn't mean to do that. It just, well, it happened because I'll get into that story in a minute. But in the beginning, I really didn't even want kids, to be honest. Like, I grew up in a house where my mother, I live with my biological mother, but she was a foster parent. So yeah, she brought in a bunch of kids. And at that time, I was around 14, yeah, about 14 or whatever. So I'm in those, hate to say it, but bitchy teenage years, so 14 to 16, 17, I had a bunch of kids around me, a bunch of nosy kids that touched everything, bothered me all the time. I hated to be home. I was always gone. I was always out. Like, there's too many kids. I can't do it. And I didn't know I thought I was the only one that was bothered by it. But, my younger sister who was there, she also said the same thing. She was just like growing up with all those kids and stuff like that. It changed her. So she didn't like that at all. So I always tell myself I wasn't gonna have no kids. I'm like, all these foster kids, like, one thing I understand, it's good to get these kids out of the system, but just to have like these, annoying little brothers and sisters constantly bothering you, it's just like, oh no, I can't stand kids. I don't want kids. I don't want kids around me. None of that. I just don't want kids. So that was my perspective. I didn't want no kids. And then, things happened, and I got pregnant at 19. I had my son at 20. And once you have the love, okay, so I guess my son's going to play a video while he's, in the tub. So just ignore that background noise. But yeah, once you have a baby, oh my gosh, you love this baby so much to where you're like, I just want to have 50 of you. Like, I just love you so much. I can't leave your side. Like, I adore you. Like, I'm literally obsessed. I'm obsessed with you. Once you feel that love, oh my gosh, you want to feel that love over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. But in the beginning, I did not know where me and my man was going to end up. You know what I'm saying? I did not know in the beginning, he was still, having fun, playing around. I was still having fun, playing around. I did not know where we were going to go. And I didn't want to keep having kids with someone where it wasn't going to work out. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm not about to keep having kids with somebody. I'm not about to be that person that has 5 kids with somebody and I know it's not working, but I'm forcing it to work and stuff like that. Like, I did not want to keep bringing kids into this world, not knowing where we're going to end up, So I ended up getting a 5-year birth control. And I told him, because he was begging for more kids. And I told him, no, because he had kids before me. We had our son together. And I let him know, look, you had kids before me. That didn't work out. I'm not about to sit here and give you this many kids like this person did. And you just leave. I understand life happens and sometimes things don't work out and people get divorces and things like that. But at this point, I'm young. He's a little older than me. He's not very much older than me. My man's just a little bit older than me. And I already felt like I already had this kid too young. So why sit there and I told myself, I don't want to mess my life up having a bunch of kids by somebody who could leave tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I told him he's gonna have to prove that this is what it is. I'm gonna be with you, you're gonna be with me. We're gonna be a family, and then maybe I'll continue to have kids with you. So I did get the 5-year birth control, and I did not have any more kids with him for a while. So come 4 years, we started talking about, well, we started talking about, getting engaged and things like that. 2019, he finally proposed. That's when I took my birth control out, and we then started trying. From there, things just went crazy. So, like I said, he proved to me that he was going to be in my life forever. I love hard. I'm already obsessed with my man, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, oh, now I'm ready to give you 10 babies. Like, what's up? And like I said, things didn't go right. I got pregnant about 5-6 months, and it took a while. And yeah, that baby, I carried that baby for about 17-18 weeks. And we found out the baby had high drops, and baby didn't survive. So we have these tattoos. We both have matching tattoos with the baby's footprints and things like that. And we then moved on. I then got pregnant again and miscarried. So at this point, I'm just like, man, like what the heck? Like, maybe when I was young and didn't have no problems, I'm still young, your girl's still in her 20s. But I'm just saying, like, I had my first son at, 19. Well, I got pregnant at 19, had him at 20. Maybe your girl should have kept going, because something's wrong now. Something's wrong. Like, first this baby had high drops, didn't make it. And now this baby, I never even got to see a heartbeat. Like, it was just an egg, but nothing. Like, my hormone levels and everything was going up, but nothing. We never got to see anything on the ultrasound, nothing. And so after a while of not seeing nothing, your girl started, my body finally got rid of it, and I miscarried. So at this point, I'm just like pissed off at myself that I waited, so long to have a kid. I waited forever. Like, it took so long. And now I'm having all these complications in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, maybe I shouldn't, keep forcing this. And with the high drops baby, I ended up hemorrhaging. I lost a lot of blood, and I was in the hospital. So I hemorrhaged. And like I said, we were just like, we didn't give up. We were just like, let's keep trying. Let's get our baby girl. Right now we have 4 boys total. We want a baby girl. So literally at this point, I'm not even trying. Before, me and him are trying. I'm on an app. I'm ovulating today. What's up? Drop them, pants. Like, what's up? Like, seriously, I was on it, and nothing was happening. And then your girl had brain surgery in 2020. And right before brain surgery, they take all these tests. They was taking a bunch of tests leading up to the surgery, and everything was good. The day before the surgery, I went to pre-op, and they did the last round of testing, and then they were just like, we think you're pregnant. You got ACGC, is that what it's called, the hormone level? It was like, it's very low, so it's either you could be at the end of a miscarriage or early beginning of pregnancy, like early. So I'm like, what? There's no way. I'm not even trying anymore. Like, I'm not even trying at this point. Me and him aren't even trying because of the surgery. I know I got to do all this, all these horrible, medications and things like that. And it's just hard to recover after brain surgery. It's horrible. So at that point, they're telling me I'm pregnant. So they send me to the OBGYN, and they run some tests. They're like, yeah, you're pregnant. They checked my they gave me an ultrasound. They was like, you're very early, but you're pregnant. Like, you're definitely pregnant, but because you're so early in the pregnancy, doing the surgery or whatever should not mess anything up. Like, you're super early to where it shouldn't affect the baby at all. Like, you're no more than about a week pregnant. And I'm just like, what? So at this time, I'm looking at my man like, do we continue with this surgery? Like, we've been having problems getting pregnant. Now I'm pregnant. Like, should we just cancel the surgery? And my man looked at me. He said, no risk and no biscuit. And we continued the surgery. And I ended up getting off the medication early. That was hard. They had me on Oxy. Hate Oxy. I'm not one of those type of people who can do heavy drugs. I'm not. Those, to me, I don't like anything stronger than ibuprofen. If it's stronger than ibuprofen, I don't want it. Like, I'm not. I can't do it. It makes me feel sick. I hate it. And I ended up taking myself off, I think about almost a month or two, almost 2 months earlier than I'm supposed to. And I started taking other drugs. I started taking, regular extra strength Tylenol, trying to stay on top of those because I didn't want to harm the baby in any type of way. So also I started turning down a bunch of my MRIs. I'm supposed to get MRIs every few months, but I didn't want the radiation to bother the baby either. So I stopped getting those. And I brought in a healthy baby girl. So now I have, my 7-year-old son, and now I have a 3-week-old baby girl. And do I want more? Like I said, every time you see, or as soon as you have a baby, you're just like, oh my God, I love you. I want 10 of you. And I do. Actually, she makes me want more. But during her birth, if you go to my labor and delivery vlog, I hemorrhaged again. So this is my second time hemorrhaging. So like I said, with my son, I had no issues with, my second pregnancy, high drops. He didn't make it. Third pregnancy, never knew what it was because we never got to see heartbeat, nothing. Didn't go far. Like I said, I'm hemorrhaging with 2 babies. So it's just like, now I'm scared. Maybe my body personally, I can't do it. Maybe I just can't. And it scares me because I do want more kids. I do, but I don't want to hemorrhage. You know how scary it was to lay there just bleeding out and looking at my fiance like, he's helpless. He can't help me. I'm just laying there hoping that the blood will stop. I'm laying there praying to God. I'm laying there and these people are running in trying to put stuff on my chest, and it was crazy. It's scary. And to put myself back in that situation, like I'll do it a million times for my daughter. But if I get pregnant and have a baby, I want to be there for my baby. I don't want to miss out on those years. You know what I'm saying? Trying to force a baby in. I don't want to leave this earth without even, seeing my baby walk or anything like that. Like, it's just, that's what get me. And that's why I'm just like, I don't know if I want kids anymore, because I personally have all these complications. Now, if the doctor can help me and figure out what the heck is going on with me. I did go to my last doctor's appointment, and they're saying because I hemorrhaged last time, I might have scarring. And when you have scarring, he said like the muscle or whatever, it isn't the same, and the scarring can get worse and weaken or whatever the heck he was trying to explain to me. And I could be hemorrhaging strictly because of scarring. And now that I hemorrhage again, it could be even worse next time because more scarring. Or he said there's other things that they can do to keep me, safe. But like I said, I don't want to make that. I don't want to take that chance. With my man, he's just like, I'm done. He's like, I'm done. I hit the lotto. I got 4 boys. If one boy don't make it, I got another boy that's going to make it. If he don't make it in football, that one might make it in basketball. He's like, and then I got my princess in the end. Like, he's done. He's just ready to spoil her. And he doesn't even want to think about another kid. He's done. Me, maybe because I'm still like in my 20s and I feel like I'm still in my prime and I should just get one more out before I hit my 30s, you know what I'm saying? But he's just like, no, babe, I got my dream team. He's like, I got my boys. I got my 4 boys. And to end it there, 7 years later, my baby girl, my heart, I'm done. I know if I really, really want one, he'll give me one. I know if I really, really, really want one, he'll give me one. But like I said, I'm scared. I'm scared. I just don't want nothing to happen to me. I have bad luck for some reason in the hospital. Like, every time they tell me, oh, don't worry, worst conditions is you'll start leaking spinal fluid and we'll have to put this tube up your back. This literally happened. That's why I'm using that example, because it really happened. I said, that's the worst case scenario. That's the worst case scenario. But that never happens. I wake up, tube up my back. They're like, oh, you started leaking spinal fluid. And I'm just like, wow. Or there's times I woke up, you know, with the tube, and it was like, you stop breathing for a minute. But, you know, I'm just like, what? Like, simple things. And I go in for simple things, and it's like, oh, you hemorrhaged. And it's just, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with your girl, but I get bad news when I go to the hospital sometimes, and bad things start to happen. Like, I can feel super good, and then all of a sudden I'm shivering and I'm about to pass out, and they're to be like, oh, I don't know. Your girl is it's just horrible with me. So yes, I do want more kids. No, it most likely will not happen. We have already sat there and we already talked about adopting and getting foster kids, but we don't want to get a kid or try to do foster care or anything like that until after she hits the age 1. We want to completely focus on her and love her and spoil her and adore her and obsess over her. And if I do start getting that baby fever and stuff like that after a year, we are thinking about adopting and foster caring. So that's what's in the books right now. If I do try to have a kid, I'll bring it to YouTube. I'll let y'all know, like, your girl is thinking about having a kid. But at this moment right now, in our heads, because of like my brain surgeries and my tumors and all my complications, me hemorrhaging and things going wrong during pregnancies, that's probably not even on the cards for me until I could probably find a specialist that's going to just literally take me through a smooth pregnancy and a smooth labor and delivery. That's it. So hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. You know I drop these videos back to back. See you next time. Bye.